Okay, lesson 85, systems of nonlinear equations. This should be a rather short video, so don't panic. Alright, we are going to, typically we have done systems of linear equations where we have two lines that intersect. We have a line, and we find the point where they intersect. These are linear systems. We're going to be talking about nonlinear systems today. For example, if a circle is intersected by a line. Now if that happens, we can have 2 points of intersection. When two lines intersect each other, there's only one point of intersection. But when a circle is intersected by a line, depending on where the line is, you'll usually have 2 points of intersection, unless it just hits one point if it's tangent to the circle. So these are pretty easy. Here's the first one. X squared plus y squared equals 9. 2x minus y equals 3. It's actually the diagram I have over here. All you need to do is take your linear system and solve it for one of the variables. And you can see it's going to be easiest if we just solve this for y. So I'm going to add y to both sides and subtract 3 from both sides. So I'm going to get y equals 2x minus 3. Then you take what you get for y and you substitute it in for the y in the first equation. So we're going to get x squared plus 2x minus 3 quantity squared equals 9. Be careful here. This is a binomial squared, so we don't want to do 4x squared plus 9. We want to take and FOIL it. So it's going to be 2x minus 3, 2x minus 3, but you don't have to write that out because I taught you the quick method for that. So we get x squared, square the first term, 4x squared, multiply these terms together, you get negative 6x times 2 is negative 12x, plus 9 equals 9, and then we just combine terms and factor. So we're going to get 5x squared minus 12x. The 9's are going to cross out. We're going to subtract from both sides, equals 0. We can factor out an x squared, an x, and we get 5x minus 12 equals 0. Set each of the factors equal to 0, so you get two answers as we suspected. You get x equals 0 and x equals 12/5. Now we also have to find the y value of each point. We're coming up with points. We need the value of this point and the value of this point right here. So let's get our y coordinate for this point. If x equals 0, we put the 0 in up here. We would get, if x is 0, y is going to be negative 3. And the other point is, if we put 12/5 in for x, you can use your calculator or whatever, and we're going to get 9/5 out for y. Those are the 2 points where the line intersects the circle. Okay, the next problem we're going to do is quite different. We have subscripted variables, and we'll be using these when we do boat and the river problems. Just like when we did distance problems, we did subscripted problems to prepare you for it. These are to prepare you for boat and the river problems. These little things right here are actually D's. I couldn't get them to be any clearer. So we have a system of two equations. So the first thing you might be tempted to do is, when you're solving a system of equation, is to just, gee, we can just add out these 5 TDs. So we get 2 BTD equals 40, and we get BTD equals 20. Now that doesn't help us too much because we still have two variables. We have a B and a TD, and we need to solve for B and TD, not BTD. So I'm showing you this long one first, and then I'll show you a shortcut. So the way that you can solve this is BTD, you can see BTD's right here. We can take this 20 and put it in where the BTD is. So you're going to get 20 plus 5 TD equals 25. 5 TD equals 5, and then you would get TD equals 1. And if TD is 1, then we know B is equal to 20. See that? We put the TD right here, and what times 1 gives you 20, it'll be 20. The shorter way for this is we can eliminate this double variable right away. We can take the second equation by -1, and we would get BTD plus 5TD equals 25, and that would be minus BTD minus 5T plus 5TD equals -15, and we eliminate our double variable, and we get 10TD equals 10, and we get TD equals 1. And then you can back substitute to get B equals 20. So you can do it whichever way you like best. So that is all for lesson 85.